What is going on? Richard Boy Arctic here, and today I thought I would talk to you guys about how to play Hardpoint properly. And I want to talk about this because I play not a lot of Hardpoint. I mostly stick with TDM. When I do play Hardpoint, I find myself being the really only objective player in the game. And so I thought I'd bring you guys a video of how to kind of play it, how to get like a good score playing Hardpoint. So if you guys don't know, playing Hardpoint actually is the highest score getting game that there is. You can average a lot more score than if you play like TDM or Free Pro or anything like that. So what I want to start by talking is knowing your rotations. So each map, except for this one has 10, I believe, has hill rotations. And so how it works is that the first hill in the game is about in the middle between the two team spawns. So each team has about a fair chance to get to each objective. The second one, I believe, is close to one of these spawn sides. So you have to not really guess, but after the first rotation of hills, you know where the next ones are. But the more you play, so you'll know where the rotations are. So then the third hill goes from one spawn all the way to the other spawn. So you have to run across the map. You kind of want to time your hill rotation to leave around 10 seconds. But you want to have one person in the hill picking up that slack time, because that slack time does eventually add up. You see a lot of this in the MLG games. If you guys watch those, like the COD Champs was just this weekend. And you don't want to challenge these players. The players that pick up the slack time, you really don't want to challenge them. And I do it here, and I'll show you guys, or I already did it, I believe. No, I do it here coming up, when the guy kills me. But it's more of a selfish play than a team play. It really does nothing to benefit your team. So just leave those guys picking up the slack time alone. The only time you'll see me going for the hill, it's right here. So there was no need for me to do that. Hill's on the other side of the map. There's no need for it. But the crap, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, so you see, I die anyway. Like, it did nothing for me, and I just spawned back further away from the thing. So yeah, know your hill rotations. Next is using your grenades wisely. You get 2 grenades, and in my opinion, I don't even see this a lot in any game mode. Bouncing your grenades. I did at the very start, bounce it off the wall, just to get the grenade to go somewhere that it wouldn't normally be able to get to. Bouncing them off the wall, like, you can see here, it bounces off the back there. I would never be able to get that grenade over that train without it bouncing. And it's very good because you see the guy in the back there is now stunned, and I didn't have to worry about him right away, and it ended up getting me the kill. It's very, very important. Next, you have like the hill positions I want to talk about. So you're gonna have your guy who sits in the hill. This guy's gonna be picking up the time, getting those players who eventually do make it to the hill. Then you're gonna have your, I like to call them first round slayers. These people are a couple feet away from the hill, like they're a good like medium distance away. And these are the people who are gonna pick up the players who are spawning further out in the map. Next to your secondary slayers are a little bit closer to the hill. They're just kind of running around the outside of the hill, picking up the players who get past the first round of slayers. And then the hill guy really doesn't work too much. At that point, really his thing is to stay alive. And as you see there, like, those guys did it really well. There was a secondary slayer outside of the thing, and the guy who was collecting all the hill time was still in there, and he ended up killing me. And then here again, you see the slayers out in the back there, not letting me get into the hill, and it's very, very effective. It stops a lot of players from getting those extra points. Another one is if you know your role, like you're playing with a squad, assign your role based on what your skill is. For me, I like being a slayer. I like running around with my gun and getting kills. I believe in this game I dropped like a 60-27 or something like that. And it really does help having your players know what they're doing. You see teams like Optic Gaming, where they have nade shots that in the objective picking the time will scope formal and Crim 6 go around killing everybody, and it works for them. Like, they're a very, very solid team. So use that to your advantage. The guy in the hill, in my opinion, should be running Exo Trophy System. Unfortunately, I don't have that unlocked in this video, otherwise I would have been using it. But I use stun grenades and stim. Sorry, overclock to get to the hill faster. And this hill especially is more based for these SMGs. So I do end up picking up an SMG because I know my bow wouldn't be too effective in these kind of gunfights here. You see, the other team actually pulled back a bit of a comeback in this game. We were dominating them, and then when they decided to stick in that middle hill and play properly, they made a huge comeback. And I don't know why they stopped, because they would have won the game if they hadn't. But we ended up pulling it out, luckily, actually. But that's going to be it, I believe, for this video. I don't think I don't really have too much more to talk about. Just kind of like knowing your roles, knowing how to use your grenades. Score streaks are important. You might have one person running like a bombing run or a system hack or something like that. But as you can see there, that would be like as far as you want to go as a first round Slayer. You wouldn't want to go too much past that because I know where their spawns are going to be. And I don't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you could, thumbs up, subscribe, I really appreciate it. I plan on doing another one of these for domination, just so you guys can kind of see how I like to play, how I find it objective-based. But until then, I will see you guys in the next video.